Over 30 years ago, we were touring the world, my brothers and my father, and we got to see a little bit of everything.
Then we decided to come off the road and settle down in Springfield, Missouri and open a music retail store.
And ever since then, we've had some of the coolest instruments and even cooler people come through the door.
Now we have cameras that follow us everywhere we go, so you can see exactly what it's like to be at the Ozark Music Shop. So I'm glad we finally got this building done, got this new sign in and all this kind of stuff. And
yeah, pretty good.
I think it's going to help a whole bunch. The only thing I'm kind of concerned about is they put in the new gas station and it completely blocks the entire building. It's like we can't even see it here. We're going to have to come up with some sort of solution here so people know from the main road where we're at. You know what I mean?
I might have an idea.
You think you do?
Yeah, let's talk about it when you get back here.
All right, all right.
So do we really think this is that big of a problem?
I think it is.
We did buy the sign so people would locate the store, so it's a pretty big deal, but I think I have an idea.
Wish I was down on some blue bayou with a bamboo cane stuck in the sand. But the road I'm on, well, it don't go there. So I'll just dream and keep on being the way I am. The way I am don't fit my shackles. The way I am is reality. I can almost see that barber dancing. So I'll just dream and keep on being the way I am. Wish I enjoy the way I make my living, what I make with a living hand. Some would run, oh, but that ain't like me. So I'll just dream and keep on being the way I am. The way I am don't fit my shackles. The way I am is reality. I can almost see that barber dancing. So I'll just dream and keep on being the way I am. So I'll just dream and keep on being the way I am.
All right, guys, The reason we called you here, we got the new sign on the building, but you can't see it from the front road because of the new gas station. But I have a solution. I just gotta figure out who's gonna wear it.
Let's have a string off.
Seriously, guys, this is bull.
Yeah, batter. Swing and a miss, swing and a miss.
Hey guys, it is summertime and you know what that means.
It means it's really hot outside.
Well, it's that and also it's baseball time.
That's right. The Acoustic Shop is hosting Bluegrass Nights at the ballpark with lots of bluegrass. We're doing jamming. We got commemorative T-shirts. Take me out to the ball game. Cracker Jacks, peanuts. Well, you name it.
We're officially taking over the ballpark for the Springfield Cardinals. That's Friday, July 29th at 7:05 p.m. We're going to have some jamming out in front of the game before it starts. We're going to take over a whole section of it with Bluegrass fans, play Take Me Out to the Ball Game, the national anthem. We're just going to have a blast.
It's going to be a good time, and not only that, there are fireworks. It's going to be firework night, so come and join us at Bluegrass at the ballpark.
Tickets are available right now on theacousticshop.com. Just look up Bluegrass Night at the ballpark. They're $25. That gets you a commemorative hat, T-shirt, and the ticket to the game, and it's just going to be a fun time. You got to be there.
It's going to be a great time. Make sure to join us July 29th for Bluegrass Night at the ballpark, brought to you by the Acoustic Shop.
Hey,
Jeremy.
how you doing?
Good. How are you, buddy?
Good. What have you got here?
You got that F4 hanging around still?
I do.
I got something to show you.
Oh man, that's gonna be awesome.
Right. All right, Jeremy, what we've got right here are prime examples of a set of four style instruments: the F4, the H4, and the K4. Mandolin, mandola, mandocello.
It's like the three bears right here.
That's the three bears. That's the daddy bear and mama and baby bear. And basically, these were the instruments that drove the mandolin quartets, quintets, and mandolin orchestras from the mid-teens. And these are prime examples of 1915, two 1915s and a 1916 model. It's a very beautiful instruments. The workmanship is absolutely incredible. Double flower pots, the Handel inlaid tuner
Those
buttons.
are so gorgeous.
And just every line, every beautiful scroll feature, the way the points are slightly turned, and it's just beautiful workmanship all the way around.
I just love the rope inlay around that oval hole too. It just has this. It shows the workmanship because that was all hand inlaid, these little pieces of wood, and just really shows the expertise that they had back then. And again, with the inlaid tuner buttons, insane to think they were doing that back in the early teens.
And that is the Handel Art Glass Company that did that in Germany. And basically, at the end of World War I, the company was bombed out of existence, and the Handel tuners were gone until quite recently.
Nowadays we've got, and we're probably spoiled where we don't think about it because you can do these crazy inlays, but it's all laser and machined stuff. They didn't have the laser to cut either the headstock to receive the pearl or to do the actual pearl pieces that went in there. That was just skilled craftsmanship.
Absolutely, and that's all hand-cut pearl. And as far as the buttons go, I believe that was all hand-cut and inlaid into hot ivory. So it was all very much
Got these little
handwork.
curly cues on there, and we got the close-up details on that. It's just amazing to think how delicate an operation that would be without breaking those little pieces off.
Oh, it's unbelievable. You start looking at the details on Handel tuner buttons, and there's basically 5 different versions. You see stars, flowers, tulips, birds, diamonds, and something that looks like a shamrock, sort of. So there are very many, even on the same instrument. Sometimes there are 2 or 3 different versions of the buttons. So it's the attention to detail is quite amazing. And to see a set from 1915 and 16 like this that are so close, you can see the cello and the mandola are basically both one-piece backs, and they're matching. I believe they're out of the same log. This is late 15 on the cello, and the mandola is early 16.
I believe this is a 14, and this didn't have the one-piece back on it, but still, I remember when this first came in, and you actually did the restoration on this for us, but I remember this coming in thinking about the quality of that maple on it, that tiger striping on it.
Well, and the pride of craftsmanship. You know, when you see instruments of this age, and they're still more than just playable, they're more than just collector's items that are sitting in a case someplace, but, you know, they still sound great. You were saying, I mean, you know, it's the cello voice and the mandolin orchestra, and that's the violin voice and the viola voice.
And people that aren't familiar with the tuning of these, this is basically an octave of a mandola. So you tune down to a C on this, and that's an octave lower.
Right, this is viola tuning. So violin tuning, E-A-D-G, viola tuning, A-D-G-C, a fifth lower than the mandolin, and then this is an octave below the mandola.
Did they have octave mandolins in the same period?
There were very few, but there were a couple, and they were, you know, of course, Gibson has always been so innovative as far as all the instruments. You know, you see 10-string versions of mandolins, and of course the mando viola, the tenor lute, which was a very short run of instruments in that Lloyd Loar period, but you know, it all comes from Orville Gibson's innovation, and the innovation never stopped.
And I think that probably originated with Orville actually being a performer himself. I saw there's a book with a lot of newspaper articles, and it was talking about the extraordinaire of, you know, Orville as a musician, playing harp guitar, playing harp itself, playing a mandolin. He was a multi-instrumentalist, and everyone in that era considered him, you know, top of the musicians that they had on staff. And back then, it's so cool to see some of these photos of mandolin orchestras where every instrument in the orchestra was a mandolin of some sort. It had the piccolo or the real small mandolin to the standard mandolin, mando cellos, even a mando bass.
Right.
The entire orchestra was all mandolin instruments.
Right.
And you were saying that basically started in the late 1800s all the way through World War I?
Absolutely, and you know, the innovation never stopped. Whether it be the mandolaire with Orville Gibson or the mandocellos. The later version of the mandocello was the first version of a guitar-shaped body with F-holes, and then the L5 followed that.
Yeah.
So it was actually a mandolin instrument before it was the famous jazz-driving L5 orchestra-driving guitar. And as a good friend of mine and very prolific collector himself, Tim May, said that everything Gibson built back then was basically a mandolin. It's like the stylo guitar. It had a scroll. The harp guitars had a gigantic scroll.
Yeah.
So it all came from that first innovation of implementing violin technology into the mandolins and guitars.
Well, David, I really appreciate you bringing these by. It's so awesome to see the entire family here of the fours. And I'm going to grab John, see if you can grab one of these instruments, and let's play a song together.
Yeah, sounds great.
Hey guys, it's really freaking cold out.
Cold out there.
Yeah, it's really cold.
You're doing a good job though. People are coming in.
Is it helping?
I think so.
I don't think it's worth it, Gus.
Should have brought coffee or something.
You got
Maybe
one?
got something for you.
You got coffee?
We brought something for you.
Keen, you got help you one?
Get it. Oh, come on. Go.
I hate my job.